there are suggestions that Bayern Munich are still very much interested in signing the England captain, Gab Marcotti, with us. Don Hutchison. Don, of course, gives us all the insight when it comes to Harry Kane, because he said that he'd go to Manchester City. That, of course, played out well. Don, is he going to go to Bayern Munich?
I don't think that's happening. I understand Bayern's interest. They've lost, obviously, Lewandowski. They're looking for a main man to play up front, and there's not many better than Kane. But I think under Antonio Conte, I think he's happy, he looks fit. There's a chance all of a sudden where you look at Tottenham and you think they're serious contenders to lift a trophy.
Oh,
Don. I don't see that one happening.
Why would he not go? Why to win the League Cup with Spurs when you go to Bayern Munich, win the Bundesliga, compete for the Champions League? It's different gravy.
Well, I understand it. I mean, well, you ring him up and sell it to him, Dan. I mean, he's chasing the Premier League record.
I should have to sell it to him. He's a professional player, and if you want to fulfil your ambition as a 29-year-old, this is your last chance to make a big step to a club that's going to win something. Then it's not a big sell, is it?
Well, it is when you consider that he's chasing down Alan Shearer's all-time Premier League goal scoring record.
He doesn't care about Alan Shearer. Erling Haaland's going to be there in a couple of years, Dan, no problem.
Let me tell you, he is desperate for that record. He is desperate for that. Why wouldn't you want to go down as the Premier League's all-time leading goal scorer?
Because I want a trophy, Don. When you want a trophy?
Well, of course you can do what Sadio Mane's done and leave Liverpool and go and win the Bundesliga. But I mean, is the Bundesliga title going to be at the forefront of your cabinet? I mean, obviously with Harry Kane, yes.
Well, if you've got an empty cabinet, it will be.
Well, exactly. You beat me to the punchline. And I think he's happy, Dan. I think he had his big chance when he could have went to Man City, and we know the story why it probably fell through, and that was his big opportunity to move. Now he's got a chance to stay at Spurs under Conte if he stays. And potentially win a trophy. And I stress, to be the leading goal scorer of the Premier League of all time is massive.
I mean, they might not win the Bundesliga, they probably will, but they're having a little stutter or two.
They'll win it.
No, I know. They'll probably. But anyway, Nagelsmann's under a bit of pressure, allegedly. You're asking about how big a sell is it to the player. I think how big a sell is it to the club. You know, Bayern Munich, and maybe Gab can correct me on this or not, but they're not known for going out and splashing the type of money that Tottenham would be looking for to let him go. They just generally they don't do that.
But he's only got 18 months left on his contract.
Yeah, can you imagine Tottenham having been in a place where they probably haven't been since Pochettino took them to the Champions League final? They're looking super competitive, not suggesting they're going to win. They're in a good place. They've got a manager who, if they sold Kane in January, can you imagine if they were in the top four? Then the manager's walking as well. And on top of that, as I said, Daniel Levy's well renowned for holding out for the huge bucks. And Bayern Munich are not really a club that goes and pays 100 million plus to get a player. So I just don't see it happening.
What do you think, Gab, on this?
I agree with Craig completely. It doesn't fit Bayern's MO in terms of spending a lot of money on older players. Now, obviously, Mane was older than Kane when he joined, but you're talking about diverting the Lewandowski money to pay for Mane. Here, what are you going to do? Where's that? Where are you going to have that kind of immediate cash injection to deal with it? And it's going to be a big number, even though he has 18 months left. I mean, my sense is that, you said it, he needs a new contract, he needs some assurance over his future. And so, why not put out feelers? But I think as long as Nagelsmann's there, Nagelsmann wants a certain type of player. I'm not sure, I think Harry Kane could have been that player 7-8 years ago, but he's played in a different system with different managers. And I also think there's another imperative here at play too, which is Antonio Conte. His contract, isn't ironclad and eternal either. If they start taking players away from him, we've seen this before. He walks out. He's done it. He's done it in multiple clubs before. So to me, this would be a nightmare scenario, and I just don't see this. Happening. I think this gets resolved with a new deal for Harry Kane.
Irregardless of whether or not they sell Kane from him, Gab, is there any suggestion that maybe Conte is looking at what's happening, say, at Juventus at the moment, and may be tempted to go back to Italy?
I think people are gonna make that assumption. They're gonna put things together. But Juve right now, if you look at the losses Juve have made, the fact that the Agnelli family has had to put substantial amounts of money into the club, the fact that the last time they brought somebody back, they've been burned or they're being burned right now with Max Allegri. I don't think this is crossing Conte's mind right now. I'm not saying at some point in the future it couldn't happen, but I think he's cognizant of the fact that they spent a lot of money and he got the players he wanted this summer, and Spurs are doing well. And maybe this is a conversation that you have down the road, maybe next season or the one after that.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.